So I got a text, and somebody, when I do for some reason texts cut off my camera, but hydrangeas, by the way, that dried plant in there. It's hydrangeas. Crazy that I can't even think of what it is. That's this, hydrangeas. Write it in, these. Okay, so I just want to do an update. Look at this. Look at the tulips coming up there. And there's bulbs that I planted that are coming up in there. And look at this. Aren't they beautiful? These yellow tulips are coming up here. These are some magnolia cutting leaves that I got coming up around there. Cuttings everywhere. Corkscrew willow tree. Cuttings all over. Alright, so let me come over here. These are, in the pots here are all hydrangeas. They're new ones that I had got. None of them are flowering yet. I see some right there coming up on that one. There are 4 different kinds, so I'm hoping they made them. I bought them where they send you the twigs. But here is, this is some more hibiscus, and I noticed some, oh yeah, they're coming up. I don't know if you can see if I look, but there is, I planted hibiscus seeds in there. But my broccoli, look at my broccoli. It's just going crazy in there. I'm going to be planting it out in the sun probably within the next week. But I have more pepper seeds. Oh, look, I see them coming up in there. I've kept these in order, and I have them labeled. But apparently the ones I wrote on with here, I didn't write on with a good pen. But this one I wrote... This one, these have stayed, but I got mother of pearl, forget-me-nots, passion flower, some more blue sage, which, look at, they're coming up. Petunias are coming out, the seeds. So it's kind of a new way to do it. You don't have to worry about it. You just put them outside, you leave the lids off, and you start your flowers in plenty of time. So by the time it gets warm, when you plant them, they can do. And look, these, I'm so excited. These are... cuttings are coming out. Those were cuttings that Sarah had. I went over to her house and she had pulled up all her Rosa Sharon bushes. So I just took those and stuck them in dirt, and look at, they came. Oh, look at my lilac bush. Oh my gosh, lilac. But I just want to do an update on my garden here because I'm so excited. Look at this. Look at this. All of the... I have more than just tulips here. I have these other flowers that I planted that are coming up. But look at this. Look at these beautiful yellow tulips coming. I love yellow. But all of them, I love them. They're all beautiful. But I just have, I don't know what it is about these yellow tulips. Whoops. That's a different colored one too. I stick it up in the front here. Oh, that one's going to be pretty when it opens up. These right here are yellow calla lilies. And look at my rose bush. Mom sent me a rose, and I took and put cuttings in, and that's what that is. That's a little one, but there's another little... Oh my gosh, look at these. Let me just walk out here and get excited. Look at how beautiful these are. Oh my gosh, these I can see right out my window. I didn't look out my window this morning. How crazy is that? These are crocuses. They are coming up, and some more little tulips I see. And this is going to be so beautiful and showy. And Mom, I know you're listening to this. I remember you saw a picture that I took out the window, and you said you should plant something in the stump. And remember I said I did? Here's what I had did. What I did. Don't you like my English? Look how beautiful this. I put these tulips all the way around this stump, and then I have this. It's going to be a yellow daffodil. Alright, so hang with me. Here we go, here we go. Look over here. Look how pretty this is. The little yellow daffodils right here. And little pink tulips coming up. Isn't that pretty? Alright, so I was pretty busy out here yesterday. And Jamie, I'm going to have you watch this too. This is that tree. I showed you that other tree saying And you said, oh, you figured out what it was? And I should have said no, because this is the tree that I knew what it was. I still don't know what that other tree was. But I turned all this dirt over. I'll back up so you can see. I turned all this dirt over in this and tried to level it a little bit, because this is a little bit of an incline. So this is where I need to plant more of the things that need to be in the sun, because obviously we got trees all around, but it pretty much will stay, get some sun here, and the sun moves just like across there, so it's able to peek through a little bit. But one of my ducks got out because I moved the fence and took up kind of more space here, and I moved their pen. Since I took this up to do garden, I moved this. I came out here. I put that block there this morning. I got to figure out. They came up underneath that stump, so I got to figure that out. Chickens are following me because I think I'm coming out to feed. So this is, I haven't planted anything here yet. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing. This is my blackberry and raspberries. I have to be honest, I don't know what's what. I just tried to dig them up the best I can, and these are what survived. So when I figure out what I have, I'll maybe get more or whatever. Alright, so this is where the fence was before, and I left it in case I wanted to put, well, actually I wanted to keep the dog from just like running through here, and also I wanted to use the fence for climbing. But I planted, the duck may have got some of them, I can't tell. But in here, this is, right here is the asparagus I had planted back in 2018, which I've been bringing along. This year, hopefully it should do really good. It was really good. I preserved it under the ground, but I moved it over here to get a little more sun. And I also got a bunch of new asparagus called Jersey Nights, and I planted it all up in here. And then I just outlined it. There's a little tiny tomato plant there. Those were tomato plants I'd already hardened for outside, and they're really tiny though, so I don't even know if they'll survive. But I do want, if they don't, I have tons in the house. I'm going to put some more, because tomato plants, I found out, will the kind of bugs that like to eat asparagus will fight them off, and asparagus will fight off stuff that likes to eat the tomato plants. But basically, I haven't figured out where I'm going to do it, but mostly I'll put my tomato plants and peppers together. And then I have this little garden here, and I've been trying to figure out where to plant everything. Yep, they like that green stuff. So I've been busy, and then I'll plant something here. I haven't finished pulling all the grass and leaves and stuff up here, but it has to be something shady. But actually, I'm thinking right here, because it will get sun from that direction coming this way. I'm thinking about, I can see the duck was busy in here because this is all knocked out. And, but I put this here because if you look up here, this is a hill, so water naturally all comes down right here. Well, it actually comes all up in here, so I got to figure out a way. I'm going to try to figure out a way to keep it from coming in here. But I've sort of laid hay out right here, the path, so it's kept it from flooding right there when it rains. Like last night, it rained really hard. So I put the hay all the way across here, and then I realized the water from the front comes this way. See the water all over the ground? So at one point I opened it up right here. So while I'm over here, I'll just show you guys this and finish that in a minute. This is where you've been seeing the other pictures. It really got belted with rain last night, or my duck was in this. It's hard to know, because these got belted down. So I don't know, that's kind of pretty. But anyway, oh my goodness. This is, look, they're coming up. Look at that. I have them coming up all over. This is my garlic. Once they start coming up, I probably will, maybe I'll move. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it if none of the garlic is coming up under these sticks. There's one. Need to move that. I tried to put these up here because I didn't want the cat to dig in them. But look, this is my garlic. And then look at this plant. These are the Asaic lilies that I got. And I have planted some up in there. The only thing is, these are all over my property. And at first I thought these were the little plants that were creating those thorn bushes, but I'm thinking they're not. I don't know if that's a wild ginkgo. I gotta figure it out. I wish I could find somebody that knew that for sure. Is that not just... They're kind of really pretty. I'm just not sure what it is. And if it's something useful, I don't want to get rid of it. All right, well, let me come back out here. Anyway, the water comes down this mess. You can see how muddy it is. It comes across here. And if you see little rocks all out here, I've been throwing rocks out. I think I'm going to try to line this with rocks. And we can't afford to buy any, so as I pick them up, I'm going to just keep throwing them in here. So, and I think at one point, but I put my garden here, the water probably went that way, and that's why it's dispersing that way in every place. But this is my rose garden, which, let me just come over here. I know I seem distracted, but... Okay, so this is my little memorial. This is going to be my little memorial garden thing here. And here is more. I planted bulbs all in here. There's tulips and other flowering bulbs. I have to look them up. I forget all the different ones. I had some alliums for one. I don't know, but they're not onions. They're all over. But look at how beautiful my rose garden is getting. Look at that. They're all coming up all over. All over. I think right in the middle here. Well, I may just take that rose that Mom sent me and put it there because this gets much more sun out here and it needs sun. This is gladiolas all in here. And I got tulips growing here all over. Hey Kevin, say hello. I'm making a video. Anyway, this is another one of my favorite trees, and it doesn't look like it's got any new growth yet, so I'm hoping it'll make it. These are all my magnolias from the other house, the pink ones. I hope they make it. So anyway, there's a kind of a snapshot. I still need to do that. That was already here. It was a twin bed that was in our tornado shelter, which we pulled out to clean out, and I'm going to use it to make a raised bed. So there you have it. Oh, okay, since I've already bored you all this long, let me come bore you some more. Hold on. Of course, that was that row of daffodils did so beautiful. All right, so you come down off the hill, and there are that's a plum tree. That's a plum tree with tulips coming up. This is my weeping willow, but I have a bad feeling that it didn't make the move because it doesn't have any new growth on it. But I'm going to give it a little bit of time before I take it out. And this is the Golden Delicious tree, and it's getting new buds. This is the, oh my gosh, this one's got tons of new buds. This is the Red Delicious apple. Lots of new buds. This is my plumcot tree. It already had all these on there when I planted it. And then this is my peach tree. Peach tree. It's looking pretty good. Yeah. And this area right here I had cleaned out. I haven't got back to it, but I probably will soon why the ground is wet. Because I'm gonna pull all these trees up that are growing here because I don't want them to start growing big. See, there's little trees. I don't want them to grow big and block the sun from any of my fruit trees. But you can see I've got all these old things stacked up nice and neat where I'm going to pull them off to use for a fencing along the front of my yard. So, because I have trees all over here. So I will tell you, I do have a electric line. This is the electric pole. Unfortunately, it runs across the middle of our property right here, which is fine. But I planted right on the edge here. This is a redbud tree. It'll be beautiful when it grows. They get really huge though. And then I planted some dogwoods. Here's some more wood that I kind of had laid out. I'm still trying to figure out exactly whether I want to stand them up. I was kind of just playing around. I put like fencing here just to hold that in place. So I was trying to figure out if I wanted what kind of look exactly I wanted. But I planted dogwoods. There's one where you can see the lights so they didn't get missed in there. So I have this little trio of dogwoods, which is will be very pretty because they're flowering dogwoods. And this is also another willow tree that I planted, and it's not looking very good either. I'm not going to take it out, but it looks like it also busted. But well, you can see where these are just piles where I've pulled off. I had some wild honeycomb and I had poison oak on these trees, like wrapped all around this little 4 trio all over. Well, I missed some that I need to come back out and get. And of course this is our magnolia. It's gigantic. It's very pretty. It was dragging the ground everywhere and we cut it back a little. So, and here's some that are just a tree growing right here. And kind of pretty. All up in there. Oh, I think I walked all the way around. There's my laundry room, if you will. We haven't finished putting all this dirt in, but this was a ditch all the way out to the well house, all the way here. Believe it or not, this was actually an electric line. It was very deep. You can see the gray piping down there. I'm still covering this up. We're slowly working on it. And this is that big platform. We've got a bunch of the pieces busted off. And we have several pieces sitting different places. Like where the water drips off. But I've been digging out all the gravel out of there and putting it up here. Because this was so muddy in front of the house here. And now it's much better. And, okay. I guess while I'm at it, here's our porch. Oh, see, there's one of the pieces of concrete from the top. And these were the other, these are little walk paths pads that Jamie had bought. So this is It has steps as well. And there, what you doing?
Making a hole bigger.
Oh, and there's my kitties.
On my chairs.
Yep. I had to take the towel off of this chair because it was wet. So there we have it. That's the outside thing. Just got to figure out, have way too many eggs. It's impossible to eat all the eggs. I've been giving them, the autistic boys family, I've been giving them duck eggs because apparently you can eat duck eggs if you're allergic to regular eggs and you don't have a problem. So I've been giving it to them. I'm going to get rid of some of my chickens. I have 20 chickens. They're not all laying, but like the max I get in a day, so that means if everybody's laying is like 14, and 14 is too many eggs. And well, look at this. One of the chickens flew over into the duck pen. Alrighty then. I believe that is Hey Hey. She just can't stay in her pen. I've been trying to cut the wings of the couple. There's like 3 chickens that fly over, and I keep trying to cut their wings to keep them in, and they still get out. But I got to figure it out soon. Anyway, I'll just leave you with this picture. Love you guys.